So with the announcement of some of the cards from the 30th anniversary set being dropped now, perfect example, the Pikachu Zekrom card in English has gone mental. Its PSA 10 is like $1,250, and the Japanese one went from about what was it, something around about $52 to about $170, and then dropped back down to around about $110 in the last couple of hours. And this is June 4th, afternoon time in Japan. But it's so obvious, it's so many opportunities that always come around, and it's like, buy it, wait, don't buy it, wait. And you just need to look at some of the cards from the 25th anniversary which were picked up, and the original cards there, and the value of those cards, to see what could be a repeat of history again. So yeah, I think it's pretty much a no-brainer. No financial advice or anything, and I do have a skin in the game. I have about 27 of the Pikachu Zekrom cards. I did have about 50, but I sold quite a few. But yeah, I think that's kind of just what it is. But I'm not trying to pump anything, obviously. If I can, I would. But you know me, I don't sell much. When I sell a little bit. I don't sell that much. But the main thing is, why are people not looking at past history? Why does everybody just jump into FOMO? They don't look at patterns. There's a lack of ADHD awareness in this hobby. There really is. That you just need to be looking at the patterns more. You cannot just be jumping on the next FOMO train and thinking, yeah, and then like, well, that went up and I bought at the top, or I bought as it was going up, and it didn't really go that far. But if I just thought about this connecting to this and that connecting to this, then that would have been a brilliant play to do, and I could have made a ton of money off of that. Again, no financial advice. But when I call something out, or when I mention something, people go, no, it's that, no way, man, they don't want that, they don't need that. And then 2 years later, I never see those guys come back in my comments and say, yeah, you were right and I was wrong. I had a few people say, oh, I should have never sold my Pikachu kind of like Pokemon Center promo cards. You told me like 5 years ago, just store them in the darkness and let them just marinate. And I didn't, and I sold them, and I lost so much money. And I should have listened to you. I had a number of people come back on that, because that was so impactful. Again, no financial advice, but what I'm trying to say here is, try to wash your brain away from what everybody just does, like what, and try to look at the sidelines of things and see if there's any patterns going on. Is there any data point you can pick up? The 25th anniversary, the 10th anniversary, the 10th promo anniversary, or how does that affect this new set coming out? What cards would get picked up if this one is going to kick off? And can I get that cheap right now, 4 months before that kicks off? Or am I just going to wait until all of the legwork and all of the hard work has been done, and just pick the obvious thing, which is on FOMO, and it's already moved, and then I get a 30% spike on it? Or if I hit it at the wrong time, I get a 20% minus on it. I go, well, that didn't make sense. You have to put a little bit more work into this if you want to get something more out of it. And I'm sorry to say that, but it's what I love doing. It's what I love doing. And if you watch my past videos talking about Hans 3-year wine, juice to wine rotation, I got a number of cards in there right now. And I thought they needed 3 years, but after 2 years they're already becoming kind of viable, which makes me more thinking that I need to bury those into the dark for another 2 years, because then they really will be helping me out. But this gravy train, this situation cannot keep going forever. Everybody understands that. But the more and more people underpinning this, and then the supporting pillars that didn't used to be there, which was Dragon Ball and One Piece, and now even Yu-Gi-Oh is underpinning. So if the money from Pokémon suddenly goes, and we're talking 30-40% drops, that money will jump like it did 2 summers ago into One Piece. And now, as everything's happening, Dragon Ball, Yu-Gi-Oh's getting their act together, doing full art, expanded cards, and they're really taking a big risk by, in my opinion, by putting kind of like numbered cards, getting into the sports card zone. Once you're in, it's hard to back out kind of situation. But all of these underpinning pillars means that Pokemon can drop off, because the money will go somewhere else. And then it's like Bitcoin. Pokemon is the Bitcoin of the other coins. That could flip at some point, but when Bitcoin comes down and something else is kicking off and there's 3 other things, when it was just Pokemon and there was a little bit of One Piece, when the market dropped, there was nothing to catch it. But now there's these 3 or 4 pillars to catch it. So the drop is softer, in my opinion. Like I said, not financial advice. But I do feel, because of that, and the volume of people that are in the hobby, and the volume of people who don't understand what they're actually buying as well, it's giving this a longer lifespan. So it's not Beanie Babies all over again. There's plenty of data there, and where I felt there should be a 2-year correction, I feel there just could be, there could be a correction, but other things will go up and people will just move the money across those 3 different TCGs, and in that period of time they'll be able to move and diversify between those 3 or 4 different TCGs, and then when Pokemon comes back, it doesn't feel so painful as it used to do when there was a correction. But is that just me? Like I said, no financial advice, but I really honestly do feel that this is a different animal this time. So, thank you for watching, and bye from Tokyo.